Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. So this is kind of part 2 of the quick jack setup. So I talked with one of my buddies who bought the same setup as me, and I was asking about the jitteriness of this, and then actually I started looking through the instruction manual. And I don't know if you saw, like in the last video where the frame on the one was just slow and going down. So apparently that's because the frames are designed to go down when you have weight on them, which makes sense. So that's kind of my fault, but oh well. So I decided to go ahead and give them a try here on the Colorado, but Colorado has an issue. Now this is an issue that's because of the way I have my Colorado set up right now, which is getting redone anyways. So all right, let's see if you can see. So right here we have the trans member, the trans cross member right here. And then you have, this is actually the tall block that QuickJack provides. Now, at first glance, you might think, oh, well, that looks fine when you're looking at just this tip, but this actually goes down a bit, and not sure if you guys can see it well enough there. The cross member is actually going to touch the frame before it even hits the block. So I actually do have another cross member that I've had for, it's been sitting around for years it actually sits up inside the frame rail, and I just never installed it, but looks like this gives me an incentive to go ahead and do that. And actually I was going to go ahead and do it when the drivetrain got pulled out of this, but it may be happening with that too. So I guess I can't really show you using the quick jack on the Colorado right now because of how this is. Because I'd have to kind of actually, well, even if I raised the truck up, I'd have to put something underneath the block to push it up some. And then when you're lowering it and you're just kind of back down to it. So that kind of, it still kind of defeats the whole purpose of this setup. So that's a problem. And actually, if the truck was a little bit higher, I could probably stick something underneath the block and it'd be fine. So let's go ahead and do it on the Trailblazer. All right. So obviously with the Colorado, with the Trailblazer, I have a lot more clearance. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the big blocks. Actually, that's interesting. So the frame does sit, let's see, I guess that's closer, because the frame starts to go up at this point. Which may not be an issue, I don't know. But at least they give you plenty of area to stack that. So that looks a lot closer. So probably should put it back there. Just the fact it's further away. So okay, let's go ahead and get the other one set up. Give it a try. Okay, I got both sides set up. So now I'm gonna hook up the lines, and then what we'll do is we'll do a just raise it up enough to make sure it's getting to the frame, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so real quick, at first, I was thinking maybe you had to run the lines underneath because I was afraid of pinching the lines against the frames, but then I forgot the blocks are there. So the blocks give you enough room regardless if you're using the small blocks or the tall blocks. So you don't need to worry about that. So let's go ahead and we'll just lift up a little bit. Okay, so it's lifted it a little bit. Let's take a look. Make sure everything looks good. That's almost touching, but that should be good. The tires are still on the ground, so I think it should be much of a problem. Touching. All right, let's give her a full whirl. All right, let's take another quick look. We'll say that block does get compressed quite a bit there. All right. Okay. There's our second lockdown point. Wow. Okay, let's Settle it down to the lock points. I don't think that one engaged all the way. Nope, sure didn't. So that was my bad for not making sure that thing was all the way. Let's see. Okay, now let's. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna kick these lines in for lowering it down because I don't want the lines to. I don't want the truck to hit the lines. Wow. So that's fully resting on those lock bars. Huh. My exhaust hanger is just touching. So I didn't take that into account, but that's better than on the Colorado with that transmission cross member. So, all right. So let's go ahead and lower her down. I need to push her back up. All right, let's go ahead and drop her down. So I went ahead and reset the, I lifted it back up a tad just so I can get the their lock bars out of place. So let's go ahead. All right, cool. All right, so, I mean, all in all, I think this thing works pretty damn well. So, I just wish I could have tested it more on the Colorado, but, I mean, it is what it is. So, there we go. I mean, that's what it is, so. Overall, I think this thing is a pretty good product. I may still need to bleed it a tad after kind of running it through a full cycle with weight. But the good test was this is the heaviest of the three vehicles that we're going to go on it. So, yeah, because the Trailblazer weighs a heck of a lot more than the GTO. And you would think the GTO would potentially weigh more because that's a lot of sheet metal on that thing. But that thing in the 3,000 range, I believe. Like 35, 36 maybe? No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 39. I have to go back and look. I'm sure someone will say something in the comments. So, there's that. This thing is about 46. And the Colorado is definitely closer. As I recall, the Colorado was close to what the GTO is. Now, the Corvette over there, I don't think these frames would fit under there. I could be mistaken. Because, like I said, I bought the extended one, which is 6 inches longer than the normal one. So, and obviously, the Corvette's a shorter wheelbase than these. And this one I was concerned about because this is the shorter wheelbase of the three main vehicles here. So, but, see, it lifted it just fine. It fits between the wheels just fine. So, if you have a Trailblazer SS, the extended one will work for you. And I just wanted something that I know, for the most part, that I'll get more use out of. Not to say that the regular frame wouldn't have worked, because I mean, when you look at my lifting points, they're in pretty bit, at least for this. So obviously the regular frame would work. So yeah. Now I will say these things are really heavy to move. They are 80 pounds each. So, and then obviously you have some extra fluid in there, but that doesn't really take up much weight. So there we are. So anyways, if you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like. If you have any questions or comments or observations, please feel free to leave them below. And if it's your first time stopping by the channel, please subscribe. And I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, and there will be a video about this coming back. And so I'll be doing that here shortly. So, all right, everyone, have a great day.